everybody, my name is Coen from the Fellowship of Acoustics, and it's the time for my favorite show of the week. It's time for new arrivals, and this week 5 beautiful pieces again, some new stuff, some old stuff. Not really old stuff actually, but some nice trade-ins. So let's kick off with the first one. So the first one up, and we got 3 of them in store right now. So if you want to make a nice comparison and you've been on the lookout for one, then come to the store and check out all 3 of them. So this is straight from the Murphy Lab, and it's not a Les Paul. It's this beautiful Banner 1942 Southern Jumbo, and for a really short while Southern Jumbos were made with rosewood. And that's actually quite rare because you don't see them too often with rosewood, but they decided to recreate this beauty. And we don't know how they do it actually, because they look a lot like the historics that they already built, but they have a different feel and a different vintage vibe to it. First of all, when you grab them, they are incredibly light, which is rare for rosewood, because rosewood usually is a little bit heavier. And then when you play it, you get this really nice, airy, full sound. That's really rich and really interesting. The aging is done perfectly. It's really light, it's not too much, but it gives that vintage feel to the guitar. So the next one up is a fingerstyle cannon. It's this beautiful F35. It's a few years old. It's 21 actually. It's a beautiful single redwood top, and what I really like about this single redwood top is that it has these really dark stripings. It really makes it a speaking top. It's really lively. Redwood has the characteristics to be really chimey and has a lot of overtones, but with a good fundament, and that's paired with Honduras rosewood, which does the same. You get this really rich and piano-like sound, what Lowden really enhances. Of course, beautiful maple bindings. What I really like with Lowden is that they use all these different natural materials. So no plastic bindings, but wood. Also the fingerboard is kept really plain, but they kept this really nice purfling here made of maple. And then of course the ebony binding. The 5-piece neck, really strong neck, and that overall makes this a really good fingerstyle guitar. So the next one up is a really interesting one. It's a really rare one. It's been a while since we actually had one in store for sale, because usually they get pre-ordered. And this is a blend between old and new. It's the I35LC Vintage. Yes, you've got one. So this one is a beautiful sunburst finish, and like the Murphy Lab, it's slightly aged. And then I hear you think, what's the difference between the standard I35LC and the vintage? Well, a lot. There are many differences. For instance, the pickets have been voiced differently, but also the internal structure here has been changed to get it more dynamic and loose feel. So you get this more vintage vibe. The neck profile has been changed. Of course, some slight appointments here to make it look more vintage. So all in all, it looks like an I35LC, but it has a lot more under the hood. And if you're more of a vintage style player, but want to have the comfort from a Collings that's been set up and plaqued to ultimate perfection, then this is your choice. So the next one up is a really nice trade-in. It's a 55 Strat vintage white blonde, 2023. So it's a used one actually. You can see that it's dings and dongs everywhere. No, just jokes aside. No, that's the relic of course. So this one has hand-wound pickups with a really good bite, 55s. And as soon as you grab one of these, you know why everybody loves custom shop. It's just twangy, it sounds good, and it's really fresh in sound. And of course, also the relicing on this one is really nice. And what I really find interesting is how all these different brands, because we got 3 different relic guitars, how they have a different approach on relic. And they all look good, but it's just completely different. Artistic freedom, I think we call that, right? So that's really nice. Let me know what you think about relicing guitars. Is it something cool? Is it something weird? Should we do it or shouldn't we do it? Curious what you think. So last but not least, Bourgeois treated us on a beauty. And when we say a beauty, we mean a beauty. So they built us this beautiful slope D. And we have some time for some close-ups. Of course, beautiful Adirondack spruce top with a bevel. You don't see Bourgeois with bevels too often. Then the beautiful herringbone trim here, the tricolor wood, maple back and sides, the Zericoti headstock overlay, and all these things make this just a piece of art. And it's not just a piece of art in terms of looks, but also when you play it, that maple crispiness adds a really good sparkle to the low end from a Bourgeois, and overall it's really nicely balanced out. But you will hear it in the demo that will come right now. So that was it for this week. I really hope you enjoyed the guitars. I really hope you enjoyed the video. As always, let us know which one is your favorite, and I hope to see you next one. So bye bye, cheers.